Hello, my name is Sandra. I am your host. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. You are watching Squatch Squad 2025, and in tonight's episode, we are diving into one of modern folklore's most unnerving figures, the Hat Man. He's tall, he's shadowy, wears a brimmed hat or even a top hat, shows up in your bedroom, at the foot of your bed, at 3 a.m. in the morning, and the stories that people tell, whoa, they don't just scare, they linger. He appears in the dead of night, a tall, looming silhouette standing at the edge of your vision. He wears a wide-brimmed hat, sometimes a trench coat, sometimes nothing more than darkness itself. He doesn't move, he doesn't speak, he just watches. For decades, people across the world have reported the same chilling figure, the Hat Man. Descriptions are eerily consistent. A tall, shadowy, human in shape, wearing an old-fashioned fedora or cowboy hat, often accompanied by a sense of dread so powerful that witnesses are left paralyzed in terror. Some claim he appears during episodes of sleep paralysis, and others swear they've seen him standing in the corner of their bedroom or passing silently down a hallway. Unlike ghosts, the Hat Man doesn't seem tied to any one place. He's not a spirit of the dead nor a flicker of a memory from an old tragedy. He appears anywhere: urban apartments, old farmhouses, children's rooms, even hospital. And wherever he goes, fear follows. The Hat Man legend spread rapidly in the late 1990s and early 2000s when internet forums became gathering places for stories of the unexplained. People began realizing they weren't alone. Hundreds, even thousands, had seen the same shadowy figure. Some psychologists explain that the Hat Man is a manifestation of sleep paralysis, a state between waking and dreaming where the brain's fear centers are active but the body can't move. In this half-dream, the mind may project its own terror into form, often as a shadowy presence. But others believe differently. They say the Hat Man's not a dream at all, but a parasitic entity, something that feeds on fear, despair, or trauma. He appears when you're at your weakest, during grief, stress, or illness, draining energy from the living. Some even connect him to other shadow figures, believing he commands lesser entities that move through the darkness like soldiers of nightmares. A man in Texas woke to see a tall shadow at the foot of his bed, its hat outlined by the faint glow of the streetlight. He tried to scream, but he couldn't move. The Hat Man leaned closer, and suddenly the lights flickered, and he vanished. A woman in Germany saw him as a child. Thought he was a dream until she saw him again 30 years later while staying in the hospital. In countless reports, the Hat Man doesn't harm, he just observes, feeding off the terror he creates. Some researchers think the Hat Man represents collective fear itself, a shared archetype, a modern boogeyman that the human mind conjures from the same primal darkness that birthed ghosts centuries ago. Others claim he's a traveler between dimensions, a being who slips through the veil when we're most vulnerable. Who or what the Hat Man truly is remains a mystery. But those who have seen him say one thing in common. Once you see the Hat Man, he might come again. So, have seen him? Thanks for watching.